the government of India says we have something like 9 million people in the Gulf or 90 lakhs in the Gulf. I think it is an underestimate. I would put probably the total number of migrants, Indian migrants, the Gulf will be close to what we call them 100 lakhs or 10 million. Why I am saying that? Because I have conducted a survey in both Kerala and Tamil Nadu called the Kerala Migration Survey and Tamil Nadu Migration Survey. Both these two surveys indicate that Kerala has 2.2 million Keralites in the Gulf and Tamil Nadu has around 1.3. That means out of the 100 lakhs migrants, 35 lakhs are from only 2 states. That means the remaining 65 lakhs from the remaining the whole country? Definitely not, because recently migration is changing in Bihar, Rajasthan, UP. So we are basically underestimating the migration. I think this is something very important for us. Then only we can really estimate the return migration. Now the second point which I want to make is that though we talk about 10 million migrants today in the Gulf had a lot of issues. It's not the first time we are talking about COVID. We had the Gulf War. We have seen the global crisis. We also have seen what is called the Iraq crisis. So we have seen several examples of how the Gulf was behaving. But then compared to all the 3 incidences, Gulf War, which is limited to only 2 countries, global crisis, which is limited to only again 2-3 countries, and the Nidakat only related to Saudi Arabia or what you call the migration policies. Right now, we are going to expect more return migrants than the earlier occasion. That means we are going to receive some type of exodus at this time compared to the earlier occasion. I think this is some point I want to make. So this is going to be important for the Indian government and the state government to talk about rehabilitation of return migrants. Even the immigration bill, some of you might heard about the immigration bill, not even a single word about return migrants. I was telling yesterday to the MEA, migration has 3 cycles. You leave, work in the countries of destination, then you come back. If you are going to Gulf, you have to come back. They will send you the dead body from there. Please remember, we are not going to America. America means you get to PR. If you go to Gulf, you have to come back. There is no PR system. So I think Gulf migration, return migration is a part of the Gulf migration. So I think even policies are not attempting. I have told the government yesterday, please add this important point. Return migration is part of your migration. So please keep that in mind, and we have to talk about that more. The third point which I want to make is that I don't think we have seen the return migrants. Right now, we are seeing only the flights are coming back from what is called the Vande Bharat flights. I was telling to government, the Kerala government, one of the officials, the migrants have not come, only the dependents have come. Pregnant women, children, elderly, who went on visit visas, who are not little bit well, all have come. Real migrants, very few have come. That means you have to wait some more time. We have to convert from the Vande Bharat flight to the normal flight. I think that will start probably in June or July. I have no idea at all. That means what we have seen now is basically a trial, what is called that teaser for the movie. The full migration you have to wait. Like formally before the movie releases, you get it, what is called the trailer. That will be basically for 3 minutes. But then the movie will be 2 hours, 3 hours. We have to wait for the movie release. Similarly, return migrants, full-flown return migrants, you have to wait until December. So next 6 months, basically people will be started coming. And I am putting, based on the latest data, which Kerala government did. Kerala government asked the Pravasis who are in the Gulf, please register if you want to come back to Kerala by the special flights. And there were 5 lakhs people registered. Out of that, 60,000 people said they lost jobs. And other than that, we also had experience of running the Kerala migration survey for last 8 rounds for the last 20 years. Based on these both, we are expecting close to 30% of the Indian migrants will come back. 30% of the Indian migrants will come back. That means we are talking about something between 15 lakhs migrants will come back. Kerala will receive at least 3 lakhs. Other states like Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, not even a single word they are talking about return migration. Kerala at least talking about return migrant policies. No other state not even talking. They never talk about even Vande Bharat flight to their states. They were not talking. The same fate for the internal migrants. Nobody asking for the special trains to take their migrants back. I think they are in a very bad condition. So whatever we hear about migrants today from the Gulf, they were like that even in pre-COVID. We know them. They were living in the camps. They were in the overcrowded. We all know. Only thing is COVID is brought them to the limelight. So we are expecting 10 to 15% migrants are likely to come back. We are talking about out of 100 lakhs, 15 lakhs will return back to India and will be spread to all the states. Highest will be in Kerala, followed by Tamil Nadu. Kerala, we are expecting 3 lakhs. I'm already informing the government, but the Kerala government thinks they are expecting 6 lakhs. But I told them, don't worry, because people whoever want to come, now they are telling it is basically the panic registration. Don't trust this. It is called panic. You know, like people like us, someday we buy outside, panic buying. You go and buy thinking that lockdown will continue. So you go on buying many things. So we are buying panically. So the migrants want to come panic because they think COVID is there and they have a problem. Everywhere is COVID is there. And Kerala was doing reasonably well. So people want to come. So I think you don't treat this registration as something firm. So it will take some time for people to realize, because the COVID is migrating everywhere. There is no border for migration for COVID. COVID requires no visa, no passport, no ECR, nothing. It can move anywhere, and we have seen it has gone everywhere. So even people come here to Kerala, they are bringing the COVID. Somebody coming from Bombay to Trivandrum, they are bringing COVID by train. We call them Corona Express. So we can see that people now everywhere COVID is there. So I don't think we should worry about that everywhere. We are all part of the COVID life now. We have to live with COVID. So the psychological fear the migrants had to come back, I think slowly will be subsidized. So some people may not come. I think that's something very important for us. Another point which I want to make it, even that when we talk about 30% of the migrants will come back, these migrants should be divided into 3 categories. One is, we should call them, some of the migrants, or at least 10% of them, I'm talking the Kerala context, out of 3 lakhs coming to Kerala, at least 1 lakh will be what I call them normal return migrants. Every year people are returning from the Gulf. So it is not something new to us. Kerala has already an estimated 15 lakhs return migrants. Because Kerala's history is 50-year-old. I went to North Kerala. I met some family. They said, my grandfather was in the Gulf. My father was in the Gulf. Now I am in the Gulf. So you can imagine they had 3 generations of migrants in the Gulf, but still they have no PR to Gulf. If you are living 3 generations in America, you might be called Indo-American, Indo-UK, but here there is no Indian, there is no Indo-Arab citizen. So most of them are here. So we have 15 lakh migrants already returned back and sitting in Kerala. Out of that, there are 6 MLAs in the assembly. I have no idea how many return migrants are in the parliament in India. I have no idea. I will do the analysis very soon. Because when I told to the 6 return migrants, I had a meeting with them, separate meeting, like I had a Zoom with only the 6 return migrant MLAs. They told me, sir, we are the one who won the election. People who contested will be 5 times more than this number. We are winners. But many are losers who contested elections. It is true in many parliament election, assembly election. So return migrant can contest election. They are in the assembly. They are asking question to the CM. What is happening to the migrants? When are we bringing them? When are we sending the flight? Why can't we send a flight back with some doctors to Dubai? You know, I think this is something, when they talk too much about this migrant, then I told them, there is no Kerala passport, only Indian passport. So you can't do much. Indian government has to take a decision because you are a part of India. You don't think you are one of the Emirates. UAE has 6 Emirates. You think Kerala is one of the Emirates. No, Kerala is a part of India. So there is no Kerala passport. Wait for the MEI to advise you what to do with your Malayalis, because there is no Malayali passport. So 10% of them will normal return. We don't need to worry about them because they come with some saving. They spend 10 years. But the problem is many of them don't know how to invest their money. They are being cheated by many people because they are not literates. What I call them in Kerala, literacy rate is 100%, but the financial literacy is 0%. They don't know what to do with the money. People will cheat them. Somebody will tell them, you get 1 lakh, I will make you 2 lakhs next year, next month. They will give the money, that fellow will run. So we have to give them advice on how to invest their money. So the government should facilitate so that they don't need to depend upon anybody. They can depend upon their own resources. Another 10% of them, I call them re-migration. Please remember, return migration is not end of the story. Re-migration, 10% of them will re-migrate. I have seen them in the global crisis. I have seen some in the Nirakat. They will lose jobs in Dubai, in Saudi Arabia, come back to Kerala, then they will go to Dubai. In the global crisis, they lost job in Dubai, they came back, they went to Qatar. So people will re-migrate. That means 1 lakh Malayalis will re-migrate. Similarly, 5 lakh Indians want to re-migrate. What you can do? We have what is called the Skill India program. So we should think of upgrading our people's skills. Like you are, sometimes when you move from economy to executive class, somebody says when you go to the airport, when you get into the flight, they say, sir, we have upgraded you. You are very happy. Why? Because you are going to sit in the executive class. You may be sitting with some MPs there, MLAs there, some senior actor will be there. Because you are upgraded your seat. Similarly, you have to upgrade the skills of our migrants so that they can easily re-migrate and they can go beyond Gulf. Please remember, COVID is going to create a lot of opportunities for new migration, new corridors. Don't think migration is over. Migration is not over. COVID was basically the beginning of a new migration. 2021, there will be new migration. If the Gulf is coming down, we will move everywhere. I was telling to the Kerala government, there are 200 countries in the world. Why we are talking about only 6 countries? If they say no, forget about Dubai. Go to where? Africa, Kenya, Malaysia, or Italy. There are people already died, many people. You need some nurses. Go to America. Already 1 lakh people died. Some more will die. We know that. So there may be demand for migrants. So don't think that, oh my God, everything is gone. Forget about that. There will be new re-migration, new migration. So we have to give positive understanding. Migrants will suffer next 6 months, but they will be very good after 2021. The new year will be good for the migrants. So we don't need to worry about them, but we have to impart them skills. Another 10% of them, what is called the distress return migrants. They have no money to even pay their air tickets. I met some of them. They paid money to go to Gulf. They have not even earned the money what they spent. They come and even commit suicide. Not farmer suicide. We are talking about return migrant suicide. Not just coming from Gulf and committing suicide. I have seen migrants going back from Mumbai, Delhi, Chennai, going back to their villages in the sending states like North. They are going back and committing suicide because, please remember, in the history of migration, never in the history of migration, return migrants go back without any money. This is the first time they are going with empty hands. They are begging for train tickets. You have seen in India. They are begging for flight ticket. Migrants are not beggars. They are not beggars. We have made them to beg. We have made them to beg. I think this is something we have to be, we all, as a policymaker, as an academician, we have all failed to protect the migrant. These 10% migrants need some support from the government. I was telling the government, you should even pay them. Their tickets, their recruitment cost. Give them some loan to start something new. Otherwise, they may commit suicide because they will go into depression. We have to talk about this 10%. We have to talk about return migration policy for them. For example, Indian government announced 20 lakh crore self-reliant India. Not even a single word about return migration. $84 billion they sent last year. Of course, the World Bank says 23% will decline to India. I am predicting at least 15% will come down. Kerala will lose 15,000 crores. Not even a single word. Are they not existing? Many political parties in this country all use the diasporas and migrants to get money for their elections. Every party receives money from the migrants. Diasporas from America, from UK, from Gulf. All forgotten in the name of COVID. Very sad. Migrants require our attention. At least 10% of the migrants require our attention. I think this is something we have to talk about that. And finally, there is always at least 10 to 20% of the Indians are undocumented in the Gulf. Undocumented. I call them parallel labor market. It's a parallel labor market, or what you call them, invisible them. When you are walking in the sun, 3 o'clock, you will see somebody walking behind you, like a shadow labor market. And already Kuwait has announced amnesty. I am sure that by December, all the countries in the Gulf will announce amnesty. So we are going to expect some more return migrants, because when there was amnesty last time, I met some people in the Gulf. Arey, you have no papers. Why can't you go back? Then they told me, sir, what we will do in India? We have no job there also. And that is true even today. We have no jobs in this country. So even people come back, what they do? We know even pre-COVID, there was a job crisis in India. We were not even able to publish the employment data. Unemployment was very high. So I think people cannot come. So please remember, because of the COVID, this time, all the people who are undocumented will come back to India, because if you are undocumented, you will not get any medical attention in the Gulf countries. When you go to the hospital, they will ask you first, show your labor card. If you have no labor card, you are sure you are going to die, because officially you don't exist. Officially you don't exist, because you have an Indian passport, expired visa. So this time, all the people who have no passport, they will come. Already 25,000 people are waiting from Kuwait to come. They are waiting for the Indian government clearance. I don't know, it is 25 or more. We have to wait. But this time, nobody will say, I will come next time. I will wait for next amnesty. No, they will come this time. I think we should talk about them, because we should provide them some facilities so that they recover their life. And I think this is what I would like to give you some brief ideas on the return migration, remigration, Gulf, and of course you have any question you can ask. Before I conclude, I also want to make a statement, probably like Kerala government could handle the coronavirus in the initial period, because they know the migration statistics for Kerala. Kerala had even zero COVID in few days in our history. Only when we allowed the people to come from Gulf and also within the country, the COVID is now showing around 100 plus. So like this, we have no data in any states. So I request, talk to people. I'm already talking to the Indian government. We should talk about India Migration Survey 2021. We all should join together, and we should have at least the migration statistics should be better. You should have the correct number. How many are there? Where are there? What are they doing? How many men? Which is the best corridor? We can talk about that. I think this is something we should talk about that. For that, we need a good statistics, and India Migration Survey can provide you that statistics. Thank you very much. I'm looking forward for some comments, questions. Thank you.